Hi everyone. Do you have a sweet tooth? I'm talking about things like pies and donuts, cookies and cakes. I think all of us like to have those things once in a while, but I think we also know that sugar is not the very best thing for us. It can certainly pack on the pounds and with no nutritional content. So Christy, what are some of the alternatives, sugar alternatives, that you like to use? Because I know that you've been sugar-free for some time now.
Yes, it's been 7 years for me, and in that 7 years I've learned to make just about everything without sugar.
Wow.
And I've discovered that there's about 4 ones that I really do very much like. One of my favorites is stevia. And here's an example of, you can buy it in liquid form, you can get it in powdered form, you can get it in a really concentrated form. I also really like monk fruit, and another one is molasses. Molasses is extremely high in nutritive value.
Exactly.
And also date sugar. Date sugar is basically just dates that's been dried and dehydrated and ground up, and it's just like sugar. It pours like sugar. It's delicious, and it's got fiber and all kinds of really good nutrition for you.
Exactly. It's got some potassium happening. Oh yes. And today we're going to show a recipe using dates, the whole dates. This is going to be a nutty date and cranberry ball recipe.
I can't wait.
So I know, it's so good. And the thing about this recipe is it's easy, it's simple, it is nutritious, and totally delicious. So it's a win-win-win-win kind of scenario. So we've got our ingredients here. We're starting off with a cup of walnuts. Now walnuts, we know, have great protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and we need those omega-3s for brain health, for heart health, iron, calcium, magnesium, all kinds of goodness packed into these walnuts. As well, we're going to be using some pecans, and basically the same nutrition value as the walnuts. So nuts just have it going on, plus the dietary fiber. And fiber is so important to our everyday living. Keeps us regular, helps maintain our blood sugar.
And gut health.
And oh my goodness, the gut health is huge these days.
It is.
The flora, your gut flora, they love fiber.
They do.
They certainly do. And then here are our dates. We're going to use a cup of dates. And what we've done here, well, you know what? Let me talk about that in a little bit. I'm going to show you. Also, we're going to use some cranberries. And cranberries, nutrition, vitamin C, fiber, some potassium.
Magnesium.
Yes, and because of that nice dark color, we know that there's lots of antioxidant activity happening. Whenever you see dark, rich colors, you know there's lots of antioxidants in that food. So, and then, we've got some coconut that we're going to roll our balls in. As I said, this is quick, it's easy, it's so delicious. Let's get started.
Yay.
Okay, so we've got our food processor here, and we're going to put in our cup of walnuts. I'm going to wait on this. I'm going to whiz it around a little bit with the dates, because these pecans are already minced up, so they're pretty fine. Now what we've done with the dates is we've soaked them for a little bit to make sure that they're soft. Otherwise they'd be too hard and chunky, to mix together. We're looking for a nice dough kind of thing, a chunky kind of dough, but not hard chunks. So we already soaked our dates. We also soaked our walnuts, and we soaked our pecans. And can you tell them why we did that? Those enzyme inhibitors.
Yes, there's anti-nutrients in all of our nuts, and we want to get that out of there because it's actually not the best for us. But if we wash that off, then it's just a delightful thing for our bodies.
Exactly. And those anti-nutrients, enzyme inhibitors, they are there to stop that seed or the nut from, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, sprouting.
That's
really.
the word I'm looking for, from sprouting early. But it also keeps it from being digestible, you know, easily digested by our systems. So it's a good idea to soak nuts and seeds before you use them. Both the walnuts and the pecans soaked for about, 4 to 8 hours overnight is perfect. But for this recipe, after they've been soaked, they then have to be dried. So you dry that in your oven, for example, at the lowest setting for a while until it dries out totally to use it for this recipe. But we want the dates a little moist, well, a lot moist, because it's going to help to soften them and also to bring the recipe all together. So I'm going to put in maybe about a 1/4 cup of the cranberries just to give this a nice hit of, kind of thing.
Surprise.
Exactly, that nice tartness. So let's put this on and gear this up. What I'm going to do now is add the rest of these. This is the pecans. And you know what? I'm going to just scrape this down a little bit. Okay, it's starting to take shape. So put those nuts in. And if you wanted to be really decadent, you could add in a little bit of like unsweetened carob chips or something, just to add that luxurious kind of feel to it. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Now it comes together pretty quickly. Let me see. But you know what? Let's see here. Yeah. This is a little more moist than I like. Hold on. Let me try this. Try some.
Delicious.
And so, hold on. Let me put that down. So what we're going to do then is you take a spoonful, form it into a ball, and then what you can do, you can have that one, and then hold on. Let's take this, form this into a ball, and then we're going to roll it in the desiccated coconut. So let's do that. Just drop it in there, roll it around, and then see how it has that lovely look to it.
Beautiful.
So there, we've got our 2 balls. And you just keep doing that until you've got all of them made. Your family's gonna love this, your guests are gonna love this. Did you see how quickly that came together? You just put it in there, whiz it around, form it into balls, and you're good to go.
So easy. I bet you could make this with even other nuts and other dried fruits.
Absolutely. So we're talking dried peaches, dried pears, dried apricots, almonds, all kinds of things, cashews, seeds. So sesame seeds, sunflower seeds. Make it your own.
No limit.
No limit whatsoever. That's the beauty of it. And it's all good for you.
Amen.
There's nothing bad in there. That's the way we like it.
Yes.
And that's our recipe for today, guys. Try this at home and enjoy it in good health. I'm going to make one more and roll it around. And we are done for today.